Well, good morning, guys. It's Lee. It is a early fall morning in Middle Tennessee. I can hear the walnuts across the driveway hitting the pole barn roof. And you know it's fall when that happens. But anyway, what I'm doing today is right here. This is, of course, a Craftsman garden tractor. You probably saw it in a different video. But this is a sleeve hitch right here. And I'm going to show you a little bit about just how it works, the functionality of it. Really, this is a installation video because I tried to install one a couple of years ago. I didn't have pictures, which I could have found them online, I guess. Trying to figure out how to put it together. And I just really had to think real hard which way the brackets went and which way everything goes. So I'm gonna document this maybe for myself, or if anybody has one of these and they want to put a sleeve hitch on, this is exactly how it should go on. Now, it's already on. So what I'm gonna do is remove it. I wanna take it off. Might put it on a different tractor, but I think if I take it off, we'll know how to put it on, right? So anyway, I'm gonna show you just a little bit about the functionality of it, and then we'll proceed to remove it, which in turn will show you how to install it. All right, see you. Okay, so basically how this works, you know, obviously this moves up and down, but it moves up and down. I hope it's in the camera. Is this just the lever that moves the deck up and down, but it also moves this up and down. Like many of them work that way. So if you lay it down, you can see what's happening. Well, you know, it goes down when there's a little pressure on it. And then when I move this back up, like this is how I'd move the deck up. It goes up and lifts it up. So I want to go ahead and put the video on it just for a second for anybody to take a screenshot of it, just so you can see how it goes on. But obviously all it is really is there's a pin here and a pin on this side that you just, it's got a little cotter pin on it, and you remove that. You can leave all this on here, but I already removed the cotter pins, but just so you'll see how it works. So this is an independent piece right here. You know, that after I take it all apart, I'll probably put this back on so I don't lose it. But it's a turnbuckle, and that's just make sure height adjustments a little bit more. You got different holes on this that you can put it at for different angles and heights. I'd say the biggest question or concern is this part right here. Let me get my hand on it. This is a rod that goes all the way inside, and I'm gonna jack this up in a minute and show you the underneath of it. And of course, you just remove these bolts here from this plate, and that moves. Well, like I said, I have to show that to you in a minute. I got one up here, I'll show you. Okay, this rod right here is actually that rod right there. I got extras. So this was just hanging up on my wall. You can see it's just a pin that locks in on a plate that's connected to the deck lever. And this is the other end right here that you see sticking out. See right there? But I'll remove it and you'll see it. But that's what it looks like inside there. So it's a very important part of the piece, because if you didn't have that, it's not going up and down. They actually have two of them right there. That's two of them. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this this pin out. It's as simple as that. Take that out. Of course, you know, now that's free. Then I'm going to now go underneath and unhook it. I'm gonna try to take you with me. So obviously I just lifted this up. Look, when I built this shed, or had it built, I told the guys I wanted to put a hoist on it, so they doubled up my 2x4s right here. About where I wanted it. And then I put that on there, got a hoist, because I told them I was going to be lifting up garden tractors, the builder, and that's what it did. Very handy tool right there. Got that at a yard sale about 10 years ago for, I think I paid like $5 for it. But man, that thing works good. Works better than the new ones. Something else I've learned is you get one of these moving blankets. It's a lot better to lay on than the hard floor. So, okay, I'm underneath the tractor. This is the bar I speak of. This is the other end of it. That's just simply where it's attached to. So this little arm right here that hooks up to the deck, that's the little cotter pin right here. That's the bar that, you know, that's the back of the tractor, transmission. Can't show it all the way, but there it goes. But that's where you want to hook it into. So I'm going to pull that cotter pin out and remove it. Okay, so it just, as soon as I pulled that cotter pin out, it basically fell. But that's the hole right there. That's the hole you're installing in. I guess you could use that higher one, but you probably won't get as much height. So you can play with both of those, but that's it. So if I had two bodies here, I would pull the deck lever and show you. But anyway, and it just, this is it right here on the ground. It just basically fell out because I had it unhooked from the other side. That's it. All right, so now I'm gonna try to get the pins off for this. Okay, so I got everything removed. I took these brackets off. That's just simply taking them off. That's it right there. But there's one other thing in here. This bracket that a lot of people might miss. So that needs to come off too, or be put on, but that's how it is. Because that's where that pin fits in for the big arms. You know, those pins I took off? Well, that's a bolt-on item. So right there it is. See it right there. Already took one nut off. So you probably want that. There's the other side. That's just obviously taking the nuts off. So I wanted to point that out. So really I forgot about that. Okay, so that is it in its bareness. You can see where the brackets went. See the little brackets I took off here and there. That's the bareness of it. So I'm going to show you all the parts. So this is all the parts laid out in completion and the way really they ought to go. So those are the brackets I just took off. They go on the side. Got the pins already in them. Here's the other one. Here's the, of course this goes up high where you just saw those impressions of the brackets. Now these will just fall off. They're you know, they're not held onto this. If I can do it with one hand, hang on. Well, anyway, these will slide off, but when they're bolted on, they won't. And this is the arm. I just didn't put that cotter pin in properly. So that's what it looks like. That's like, so if you're buying this online or something, these are all the parts you ought to have. Right there. So that is how you install a sleeve hitch for a garden tractor. And it'll go on any of them that have that hitch plate. So for an example, this is just an extra one I had. But if your hitch plate looks like that, you can install it. This one, you could put it on this one too, but I got this electric sleeve hitch outfitted on it. Let's see, I got one back here too. This is an extra sleeve hitch I have. And of course the whole plate came off. See, I still got that on there. But that's just, but if your hitch plate on your, look, Husqvarna, and there's a bunch of them that'll fit. So if it looks like that, it should fit. So this video was kind of a short and sweet video, I think. Like I say, me, a couple of years ago, I struggled to put one on that I bought. I got like 5 or 6 of those, or I've had 5 or 6 over the years. And one I bought, didn't really know how it went on, so this might help you. Hey, if you like garden tractors and their attachments and anything to do with mowers and garden tractors, that's what I do all the time. It's just my hobby. I'm not a mechanic. But like and subscribe this channel, Murphy Mowers, etc. Because I also do etc. Like I do grass seed in yards and stuff like that. Just kind of fun. Anyway, talk to you later.